Incredible.
I mean, just on a Saturday night, that's what we're doing now? The swapping franchise quarterbacks?
I'm drinking coffee on a Saturday night, figuring out, what am I going to watch? What am I going to watch? Pow! I couldn't believe it.
Unbelievable.
So let's talk about it. Like, this doesn't happen, right? I want you to think about this. Let's frame Jared Goff to the Lions, Matt Stafford to the Rams. Let's frame this from the Los Angeles side. Not because I live here, because of what happened. They used 6 draft picks, most of them great picks, to move up to get Goff. And then they gave away 3 draft picks, 2 first-rounders to get rid of him. 9 draft picks. The whole time they paid him. This year they'll have $22 million of dead money. In fact, Jared Goff is a larger cap hit to the Rams this year than their starting quarterback, Matt Stafford. And you ask, what the hell are they doing? This is about Sean McVay. That tells you how much confidence and how much belief Stan Kroenke, the owner, and Les Snead, to a lesser degree, have in Sean McVay. You do not do this unless you've got what you believe is the next Bill Walsh. You do not surrender 9 picks, pay a guy a fortune, and take a $22 million cap hit for a guy that's in another uniform. This is about McVay, the belief in the building. We got the right guy. We built a good roster. The quarterback just doesn't work. And I'm going to give you the day. I'm going to give you the day it happened. Many people will say, they lost to the Jets. That was the day. Remember the loss to the Dolphins? Miami had 8 first downs, and they still beat them because Goff had, as you recall, 4 turnovers. No. Everything closer to home is more personal. You lose to the Jets, you don't talk about them. You're not in the same division. You lose to the Dolphins, they're down in, it's a 5-hour flight away. I've always said this, when your brother lives next to you and he gets a new car every year, that stings. Who lives next to Sean McVay and the Rams? NFC West, San Francisco 49ers. Kyle Shanahan is the only thing in the way of best young coach in the NFL is Sean Mc... Oh, wait, it's Kyle Shanahan. He beats him head-to-head. Same division. They lost on November 29th to Kyle Shanahan, McVay's coaching rival, the 49ers, with Nick Mullins. Nick Mullins came down to Los Angeles, and all relationships have breaking points. You've been in one, I've been in one. There's a moment, there's a bad dinner, he's inconsiderate, she's mean, it's a breaking point. November 29th. Nick Mullins and Kyle Shanahan beat Jared Goff and the Rams because Goff has 2 picks and a fumble. At home, McVay was furious. For the first time, publicly ripped Goff. And after that game, on the drive home in Los Angeles, McVay gets on the phone and he calls Les, and Les says, call Stan Kroenke. And he says, Stan, do you believe in me? Because we've hit a ceiling. We can't win big. I got you to 1 Super Bowl. I can't get you to another. Matt Stafford's on the market. The Niners may have him. Niners wanted him, by the way, too. So this is all about Sean McVay, November 29th, losing to division rival, coaching rival Shanahan, who beat him with Nick Mullins. Wasn't the Jets' loss. It won the Dolphins' loss, and those didn't help. But in that moment, McVay made a decision and used his power. He's got it and he deserves it. He's a hell of a young coach, but he used it in that moment. You do not take a $22 million cap hit for a guy not in your roster and trade 9 picks, most great, and pay a guy unless you have Belichick-level trust and belief in your coach. The second part of this, of course, is Matt Stafford. Oh, he is wildly talented. I'm over it. You got to win more games. Arm, yes. Athlete, pretty good. Here's the key. And I'm a little cynical. The one time in his career he's had a top 10 defense, he went 11-5. He now has a top 2 defense. And Cam Akers. And good receivers. And a good coach. It's time for Matt Stafford to deliver. I heard forever Tracy McGrady was amazing. It's the next MJ. Yeah, MJ won. And MJ didn't know to have the right coach and the right teammates. It's time for Matt Stafford to deliver. Am I a little cynical? Yeah. Do I think he's better than Goff? Yeah, better athlete, better arm, no question. But here's a big part of this. When the LA Rams made this move, the odds on Fox Bet went from 18-1 to 13-1 to win the Super Bowl. And more importantly, because this is more realistic, the Rams went from third place in their division to first place odds in their division. It was a belief in McVay and a feeling they'd hit a ceiling. And now, Matt Stafford, I'm rooting for you. I think you'll be better, but prove me wrong. I've been hearing about your talent for years. Okay, so this morning I am driving to work after, your typical restless night's sleep. I cannot sleep. And Brady and Mahomes is the Super Bowl. And I'm thinking to myself, this is, Tony Romo has a quote here. This is going to be LeBron facing Michael and Jack Nicklaus against
bad football teams. They had their moments,
right,
but they were often just under the radar bad, off the radar bad. And now he'll be more on the radar at SoFi.
Oh, yeah.
In Hollywood. Yeah. Hollywood will make him a much bigger star than Detroit could. That's just me. Yeah.
Well, Skip, if he could have won, because sometimes your talent can supersede even the team. Look at Barry. Barry teams were terrible, but we still believe he's one of the greatest.
And what did he do? He just quit prematurely. He couldn't take it anymore. He
Megatron.
Said, I'm done. Megatron quit prematurely. Both had several prime years left.
Skip, Barry only played 10 years.
I got it.
People don't realize Barry played 10 years. And this Skip, you're right. His arm talent is second to none. He doesn't have to take a back seat to anybody when it comes to arm talent, because I saw him throw a touchdown, a no-look touchdown against the Tennessee Titans. He's looking over here, and he throws the ball between like 3 defenders at the back of the end zone, and his guys catch it. I'm like, how would you even know to throw it that kind of, to throw it in front, throw it between, and the guy catches it? So I'm not debating anything about his ability.
Okay.
Skip, I believe he's going to be in the MVP discussion in this offense, because I know what the West Coast offense can do to guys. And he's going to be in that discussion.
Okay.
But
would you also agree he'll be surrounded by the best team he's ever played with and in the middle of, right? It'll be the best team he's ever had.
Top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
From the top to the bottom.
And I'm talking about including the defense. It'll be the best team.
Oh, yeah, no question.
It could be the best offensive coaching he's ever had.
Oh,
Sean
that's easy.
Is very good at what he does, right?
Skip, I gave it a C, but would I have done the deal? Hell yeah.
Okay. All right.
I got to do that.
To your friend's point, there's no price that's too steep if you can get him now.
Right.
When your team is on the rise and you can stick him in a quarterback, it's unheard of. Not only